Hey, beginner guitarist, stand up for your chords. Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm Paul Zagorski for PZ Guitar, your virtual practice partner. And I'm here to practice with you, just practice. Today is all about standing while playing. We just have one progression, a 1-4-5, and we just have one strum pattern, so we can concentrate at the task at hand, and that task is standing while playing. I'm going to place on the screen the chords and the strum patterns so that you can build your PZ guitar library. So stick around to the end for some extra tips and a new segment, the Chuck Norris Quote of the Day. So let's practice. When you're a beginner, you tend to look down all the time, and you naturally tilt the body of the guitar so that you can see the fretboard and your fingers, because this gives you a more visual, an extra visual cue to help you properly place your fingers to fret a single note or to fret a chord. You have not done yet this you haven't tackled this yet by feel. But this can stifle your progress, the tilting of the guitar and being hunched over the guitar, looking at the fretboard. You'll have an over-reliance on seeing your fretting hand. It will also force your wrist into an angle that is not very comfortable, as opposed to being a little bit more neutral. So that's why practicing standing up on a regular basis is a really good thing. You won't be able to look at your fretboard the same way, but you're going to have to rely on the dots that are on the inlays on the top of your guitar to find out where you are. So, and not only that, when you stand up, your posture is going to be a little bit straighter up. It's going to be much more comfortable. So chances are that if you play, and also if you play with others, chances are you're going to be standing up as well. So let's get to it. 1-4-1-5 progression in C. On the screen, I'm going to have the chords and the strum pattern. So copy them down. You ready? Here we go. Key of C, 1-4-1-5. If you need to use the F major 7 as a intermediate or stepping stone chord for the F, feel free. Here we go. Again. Last time. End on C. Hey, this has been fun. Practice this video often. Practice standing up often. It's something that will help you become a well-rounded player. Leave a comment or a question. You know, I'm sure you won't be the only person thinking or having that question. So let's circulate that to the audience here. Before we go, here's a message from me. Thanks, Paul. Here's today's Chuck Norris quote of the day. Take a visit to my Amazon link that's in the description for some Chuck Norris gifts. A lot of stuff is pretty fun. So here's today's Chuck Norris quote. The chief export of Chuck Norris is pain. Please leave a comment. Let me know your favorite Chuck Norris quote. So let's get back to the practice session. Hey, Paul. Thanks, Paul. You know, special tips here. If you only play acoustic, the transition from sitting to standing will be dramatic. You know, that's because the thickness of the acoustic body forces you to really tilt that guitar. And now that you are standing up, you will be even further behind the guitar than with an electric. But don't worry, that will pass. You'll get used to it over time and practice. So tip number 2, get yourself a quality locking strap. That's the important thing. You don't want to have an accidental dropping of your guitar because it worked its way loose off of the strap button. This locks in place. Very important. Tip number 3 is the higher the guitar is when you stand, the easier it is, or I should say, the more natural it is and the more familiar it is, because it's like sitting down. Because when you're sitting down, the guitar is much closer to your hands and to your face. The lower it is, the cooler it is. But the lower it is, I mean, unless you're Joan Jett or Johnny Ramone, I mean, playing down here is it's not for beginners. It's hard, and it's going to be stifling. So if you want to be, you know, you can always work on your coolness after you get signed. So thanks for watching. I've enjoyed practicing with you on this stand-up session. I'll make a playlist when I get a number of these lessons published. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell icon, that way you get notified, because I publish all the time. If this is your first time, welcome. I hope you stick around. And if you've been here before, thanks for coming back. So leave a comment as to the lesson. Leave a comment about your favorite Chuck Norris quote. I'd love to hear them. So in the meantime, keep practicing. Stand up for your strums. Stand up for your core. Just stand up. Make it a part of your practice routine. And I'll see you soon.